Hello everyone, my name is Vincent and in today's video, we are going to talk about a Monstera Adansonii. Actually, meron akong ginawang Monstera vlog but hindi ko in-include yung Monstera Adansonii kasi gusto kong gumawa talaga ng dedicated video for this specific plant or for this specific Monstera. So if you weren't able to see yung part 1 at part 2 ng aking Monstera vlog, the link will be in the description box. So ayun, this is not a part 3 ha, kasi ito, dedicated lang talaga sa Monstera Adansonii. As of the moment, meron akong this Adansonii. Tinitrain ko pa lang siya kasi when I got this, hindi pa siya naka-pole. Tinitrain ko pa siya na umakyat dito sa pole niya. So ito yung position niya ngayon kasi yung light source is nandito. So gradually, yung kanyang stem will go up like this. Tapos that's the time that I will be tying this up dito sa kanyang pole para umakyat pa talaga siya ng umakyat. This type of Monstera Adansonii is more mature type compared to this one kasi medyo ito maliit pa yung kanyang dahon, but this one is like more malaki. Ganito lang talaga yung behavior niya na it will start from a very small leaves tapos as a time goes by na tumanda yung leaves na to, magiging ganito na siya. I also have another type of Adansonii. This is what you call a Monstera laniata. This is a variety of Adansonii. So basically parang family pa siya ng eto. This is the original one kasi. This one is another variety and we also have the what you so called the Monstera esqueleto. Monstera esqueleto is I think one of the rarest type of Monstera. For laniata, rare din siya if you are living in the city. But if you are living in the province, please, for all the sellers out there, wag niyong sabihin na rare to, okay? Because this is not rare, especially dito sa province. Especially kung nakatira kayo malapit sa bundok, okay? Because you can actually see this one sa mga bundok-bundok lang. Okay? So please, don't claim this plant as a rare plant, the Monstera laniata, kasi hindi siya ganun ka-rare as other people claim it to be. Alright? So yun nga, gusto kong gumawa ng dedicated video for this specific Monstera kasi it requires a little bit more of requirement. Meron lang siyang a little bit of difference talaga compare sa other Monsteras, especially with the Monstera deliciosa. Monstera deliciosa kasi, like this one na sa likod ko or sa tabi ko, medyo tolerant pa siya sa mga harsh environment eh. So eto, medyo hindi. Hindi siya ganun ka-tolerant. Like for example, sa drought, hindi siya ganun ka-tolerant sa dry humidity. So those are the things that we are going to talk about in this video kasi yun nga, medyo iba yung requirements niya compare sa ibang very easy to take care of na Monstera. Now, I want to talk about the first requirement of this plant, which is the light. You can actually put them anywhere as long as yung area niya is hindi pitch black. So you can put them sa low light environment, the medium light environment, and much preferably is in the bright indirect light environment talaga. Even this plant is a tropical plant, super sensitive siya sa direct sun. So direct sun during 9 a.m. to let's say 3 in the afternoon is a no-no for this plant. Please wag nyo siyang i-expose sa labas na may expose talaga siya sa direct sun. But it can tolerate direct sun during very early in the morning and late afternoon na sunlight. Bigyan din natin sila ng a little bit of sunbathing. Now, when it comes naman sa watering, dito I think yung let's say medyo different siya sa ibang Monstera kasi this plant, this type of plant is not drought tolerant. So what I use is a moisture probe kasi yun nga, yung pot niya is masyadong mahaba or I mean masyadong mataas. So if I'm going to use my finger to assess yung soil, my finger will not anymore a good representative. So, kasi yun nga, mataas yung pot ko, so I use a moisture probe for better understanding kung ano yung nangyayari sa root level niya. So eto, like for example, so as you can see, or of course hindi mo makikita, nasa 7 pa siya. Okay, so that means hindi pa siya pwedeng dilugan. Ito kasi is represented by numbers. So 1 to 3 is in the red zone. So it means dry siya. 4 to 7 is in the moist zone. And 8 to 10 is wet zone. So yun, as of the moment, nasa 7 pa siya kasi few days ago ko lang siyang nilagyan ng water. So medyo nasa 7 pa siya ngayon. The question is, anong number ko siya nilalagyan ng water? Sinabi ko kanina na hindi siya drought tolerant. So hindi ko siya hinahayaan yung hand of this reader na pumunta pa sa red zone. Once yung hand ng moisture probe na to will hit the number 4, that's the time that I will give this plant some water na. So that's how I water this plant. No watering schedule or whatsoever. I always assess first the soil or the medium of my plant if kailangan niya na ng water. If dry na ba or moist pa. When it comes naman sa medium, so more on carbonized rice hull. Tapos ito may mix siya ng vermicast. That's it. Yun lang. As well as well draining lang talaga. That's it. That is very important. I can't stress enough kung gaano ka-importante yung well-draining soil for your Monstera or for all your plants across the board, especially na linagay nyo sa loob ng bahay nyo. Or yung ibang tao nga, yung sa mga aroids nila, soilless na yung ginagamit. Kasi once you put some water, drain agad yung water. Hindi na siya nananatili sa pot ng halaman nyo. That is in the case for the stable na Adansonii na. Now, for this specific pot, soilless talaga to. Super gaan lang talaga ng pot na to. Yung nilagay ko dito is moss, tapos I top it with cocoa fiber. That's it. At mamaya sasabihin ko sa inyo kung bakit yun yung kanyang medium for this pot. When it comes naman sa humidity, since hindi nga siya drought tolerant, hindi din siya low humidity tolerant. This specific pot, linagay ko siya dun sa mainit na lugar, nandun sa south facing window. Sa south facing window, medyo malapit kasi siya sa roof. So, sobrang init talaga. Unlike the other philodendrons, like my white wizard philodendrons, okay lang sa kanya. But for this plant, ayaw niya talaga. Ayaw niya ng low humidity na environment. Yung napansin ko sa kanya, yung effect sa kanya, especially for those leaves na mag-unfurl pa lang, hindi siya talaga nag-totally unfurl. So what happened is that nagwi-wilt yung kanyang bagong dahon. That's one of the effect ng low humidity sa kanya. Nalalanta yung part na hindi na nag-totally unfurl due to low humidity. Tapos yun nga, isa pang effect ng low humidity sa kanya is that nagki-crisp yung kanyang edges. So what I do is I just put this plant all together para they can help each other to humidify each other. I spray it once in a while, especially pag ganito kainit. Sa temperature naman, since this is a tropical plant, gustong-gusto nila yung warm environment. Not hot environment ha, warm environment. Tapos, when it comes naman sa kanyang ventilation, ventilation is very, very important for all indoor plants. Once nilagay nyo yung halaman nyo inside your home, lahat ng factors, lahat ng kanilang requirements are now dependent sa iyo as a plant parent. So yun, when it comes to ventilation, you have to keep this plant near the window kung saan nakakalabas-masok freely yung hangin. When it comes naman sa fertilizer, ito, since meron siyang vermicast, tapos rice hull, medyo rich na yung kanyang potting mix diba? But still, I still give this plant some osmocot. That's it. Osmocot lang talaga. Since yung pot na to is soilless, it needs a little bit more of osmocot talaga. So it means it doesn't have that much nutrients compared talaga sa pot na may, let's say, vermicast or garden soil. Now, let's go now to the propagation. How to propagate this plant. It's so easy to propagate this plant through cuttings. Make sure na may node lang and then put it sa water or directly sa soil, just like other vining plants. That's how you propagate this. Actually, this is a top cut. That's the reason why I put it here sa medium na soilless. Kasi I wouldn't really recommend to propagate your plant sa may soil na. I would recommend to propagate this plant sa soilless na medium. Like you can use carbonized rice hull, you can also use coco peat, you can also use coco cubes. Those are the best, para sa akin ha, those are the best medium for your propagation. Ito, magti 3 weeks na to sa akin and it's actually doing pretty fine. Meron lang siyang isang root, aerial root lang talaga. Tapos, healthy pa rin siya. Ito, bago to kasi. So that's the reason why hindi siya gaya ng dahon na to na nakatayo talaga. When I got this plant, parang nagpo-fold pa siya. At ngayon, parang nag-unfurl na siya. Thank God, di ba? Sa totoo lang, tinatamad akong magpunas ng mga plants ko. So, basically what I do lang is I spray it with water. Medyo may pressure lang yung pag-spray ko, but not enough naman na makakapag-damage talaga sa foliage ng mga plants natin. So, what I do is I put a little bit of pressure sa pag-spray ko sa dahon niya para at the same time yung mga dust or yung mga dumi or yung mga alikabok will also washed away, di ba? Just a conclusion, this is a very, very easy plant to take care of, especially if you're living in a tropical country like dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Monstera Adansonii are so popular all around the world. So, if anyone is claiming na rare yung Adansonii, please don't believe them. Huwag kayong magpaloko at huwag kayong manloko. Even dito sa Lanyata. Diba? It is a very unique appearance ng Adansonii. Sa totoo lang, ngayon ko lang siya talaga na-appreciate. But this one is not as rare as other claim to be. Esqueleto is actually more rare than this Lanyata. Kasi Lanyata dito sa Pilipinas medyo madami dito sa atin, especially sa mga bukid-bukid. So that's it for now guys. Thank you very much for watching and see you again on the next one. And meron kayong any questions, please comment down below. Please feel free to comment down below. That's it for now and see you again on the next one.